हेलो एंड गुड आफ्टरनून रेडियो जिंदगी लिसनर्स। सुन रहे हैं आप हमें 15:50 एएम पर एंड दिस इज द टाइम जब आप मिलते हैं डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया से। यस, द साकेत भाटिया एस्ट्रोलॉजी शो इज व्हाट वी आर स्टार्टिंग राइट नाउ। यहाँ पर डॉक्टर साकेत भाटिया कम्स लाइव विद अस ऑन रेडियो जिंदगी। He has a PhD in astrology and is a certified numerologist. Dr. Saket Bhatia is definitely the person who can help you with your growth, with your progress in your career, in your family life. आप कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं उनके साथ directly by calling him 408-639-5300, 408-639-5300, or you can visit his website saketbhatia.com. Once again, it's the first and last name, saketbhatia.com. And we will be taking calls as we go forward in the show. I'll give out the studio number once we start the show. So you have this opportunity where you can call right now and connect with him, or you can call him directly after the show. With over 25 years of experience and 12,000 plus satisfied clients, Saket ji combines the power of astrology and numerology to guide you through your life's challenges. So do get in touch with him if you have any questions or concern, anything you would like to discuss with him. He is available. 408-639-5300 is the direct number where you can get in touch with him. With that, let's begin our show today. Hello and welcome. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Vedika. How are you doing?
Wonderful. Traffic बहुत बुरा है,
Right.
बता रहे थे.
Anji,
You were saying that traffic is really bad outside.
traffic is always bad on Tuesday. Every
But
time
that's
I try
good.
to get,
That's good. That's good for us, na? That means more people are listening to us right now.
well, then your assumption is people are only listening in the cars. But we hope there are people who are listening in their house as well, na?
Yes, yes.
वो
Majorly
audience
in
को
the
forget
cars,
नहीं
I
करना
feel. But yes, they have downloaded the apps. I'm certain about that.
Yeah. So, this is interesting. I was in New York a few weeks ago, and वहाँ पर we had a guest, the Consulate General of India. And I happened to ask him, I said, आप New York से you came for the launch of big event in New Jersey, what were you listening to? And he said, I was listening to Radio Zindagi. So I think many listeners here don't even know that Radio Zindagi is actually throughout the country. It's on the East Coast, it's on the West Coast, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, Virginia, California, Houston, Texas, and the streaming is also, in different places. So today we are switching roles. I'm doing your job and you are doing mine.
I think this is, I don't know about how I'm going to do yours, but you're doing it pretty well.
आज like usual, we don't have a scripted show, and हम क्या करेंगे? हम बात करेंगे about some important topics in astrology today. Today's topics are going to be Dasha, maturity of planets,
Mhm.
transits, and remedies if we get time. See, I want listeners to understand कि astrology has, जब आपको अपनी दशा पता है, that means you know what phase of life you're going through. इसका ये भी मतलब है कि you know कि आ क्या रहा है आपकी तरफ. You can take advantage of it if it is positive, or you can protect yourself if it is negative. There are two things जो astrology देगी आपको. Number one, it's going to give you awareness. So you are absolutely certain कि क्या होने वाला है. And second, it will prepare you for what will happen in positive way. अगर
Mhm.
आपके losses होने वाले हैं, then होंगे. But at least you can minimize those losses. On
Right.
the other hand, if you're going to have gains, then go all out and make more money, make more gains in terms of something.
Hmm.
इस show पे people call and they ask, like today, I had a show in New York, and I had one lady who called. My daughter is 40, but she's not able to get married. So we looked at the seventh house, and the first thing हमें दिखता है कि Saturn बैठा है. हमें पता है जब Saturn बैठता है late marriage देता है.
Delay. Hmm.
She asked, "Is it because my daughter will never get married?" So we said, "दशा तो चल रही है राहु की." So she says, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, we'll talk on the show. When there is a dasha of a particular planet जो किस घर में बैठा है, it activates that particular house. Rahu always acts like Saturn,
Mhm.
always. So he's going to activate some characteristics of Saturn, and Rahu is always expansion, na?
Right.
Expansion of something, बच्चे, family, money, and transit में भी वहाँ बैठा था. So we want to clear some confusion. We want to our listeners to understand कि prediction में ऐसा क्या होता है जो दशा आपको बताता है, And how do we as an astrologer help to make sure that things are going to go well for you? And that is all through dasha, transits, and maturity of planets. So far, so good, right?
Definitely. Yes.
तो हम दशा की बात करते हैं. दशा जो होती है, it's about timing events. We are going to switch gears from astrology to prediction. अगर हमको कुछ प्रिडिक्ट करना है, हमें दशा देखनी है. लेकिन
Okay.
अगर हमें पास्ट देखना है या लाइफ कैसी जाएगी, you'll get married, you'll have 2 children, you will have a house, you will have a stable job. This is called reading the chart. Telling you what will happen 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years down the line is called prediction.
Prediction.
And predictions are a very important, essential, and tricky concept of astrology. It is not easy, it is not straightforward, but usme 3 things are involved. Again, dasha, transit, and planet maturity. अगर ये 3 चीजें आपको पता है, you should be in a position to predict events fairly decently. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start with dasha. दशा जो होती है, everybody has a certain dasha that is running. ऐसा कोई नहीं है जिसकी कोई दशा नहीं रन कर रही. हर एक की दशा रन करती है. But what starts your dasha? When I was born, I was running Mercury dasha. And जो Mercury दशा थी उसमें सिर्फ 4 साल बचे थे. So what decides I am born Mercury or you are born Venus or somebody else is born Saturn? ये क्या है? Because हर एक की Mercury dasha is always fixed. So many years. Jupiter is always fixed. Sun is always fixed. The dasha time period is fixed for everybody. वो change नहीं होता. But what decides when it needs to start? So जब आप पैदा होते हो, your moon is in some nakshatra. Remember, there are 27 nakshatras.
Right.
360 degrees divided by 27 gives you 13 degrees and 20 minutes. Each nakshatra is 13 degrees 20 minutes. अगर आपका moon किस नक्षत्र में पड़ा है, based on that we will say your dasha is going to start.
Dasha. Okay.
Right? So for example, I was born in रेवती नक्षत्र, तो उसकी वजह से my जो दशा
Mercury
स्टार्ट हुई थी,
Dasha.
that was Mercury, correct?
Mercury.
Mercury. So you must know कि दशा कौन सी चल रही है, किसकी चल रही है. Now, if I am born right at the start of that nakshatra, then for sure I'm going to get the full time period of that dasha. On the other hand, if I'm born towards the end of that dasha, then I am going to get very small period of that dasha,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
किसी किसी के लिए दशा अच्छी होती है, किसी किसी के लिए दशा अच्छी नहीं होती. उसका भी
Okay.
क्या मतलब है, ये भी सोचते हैं. Generally, dasha of planets which are placed or which own houses 1, 4, 7, 10, 5 and अच्छी जाती है. Okay. Planets which are placed or which own house number 6, 8, 12, उनकी दशा अच्छी नहीं जाती in
Right.
general. दशा के अंदर एक अंतर्दशा होती है, which is a subdasha. I'm not going to get into the rules of subdasha, but subdasha जो होती है, that impacts the main dasha. That's why जब अच्छा time आता है, it cannot be all good. You still have ups and downs.
Right.
Same way, जब बुरा time आता है, it cannot be all bad. You have ups and downs.
So is it
So
like
you have
mostly
to.
good?
It is mostly good, and जो bad होता है, उसमें भी there are so many phases where you can recover, and you can make sure that you can pull yourself out from it. Opportunities देते हैं.
Okay. So it depends on your choices that how effective it's going to be for you.
And in order to know your choices, it's better to plan before, ना?
Absolutely.
If you were to plan before कि दशा क्या
Yes.
होगी, दशा कैसी होगी, at least you're aware. Okay, so I have a dasha of buying a house. Great.
Right.
But what is the best time to buy a house? दशा तो 3 साल की चल रही है. 3 साल, maybe should I buy a house today or should I buy it a year from here, 2 years or 3 years? Let's see which is the best option for you.
Okay.
Looking at your chart, we can see when is the best time to get the loan, to minimize that loan, to get the bigger house, and that will be based on
Better
transit.
rate.
Better rate, correct.
Of
Lower
course.
prices also.
Yes. So on that, I would like to open the studio lines now and invite the callers if they have any questions. Listeners, सुन रहे हैं आप the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show And we are opening the phone lines now, 510-770-1550. That's the studio line number. 510-770-1550. If you have a quick question, आप call कर सकते हैं अभी studio line पे. It could be astrology or numerology related question. Dr. Saket Bhatia, who is an expert in astrology and numerology, is right here with us on air, and he can answer your questions. It could be about yourself. It could be about your loved ones. But whenever you're calling, be ready with the date, time, and place of birth. Once again, the studio line number where you can call for questions is 510-770-1550. So we have a couple of callers. Can we quickly take some calls?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hi, I have a question for Dr. Bhatia.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, what are the conditions, Dr. Bhatia, for making sure that we can buy a house, which is like a house, like an investment property? And what are the favorable dashas? Like if you're in Jupiter dasha, can we really go ahead and buy? Or should we really look for the Antardasha and things like that?
Dasha is very important, but the Antardasha is what will control the Dasha, right? We know that. You're going to buy a house, which is the lord of that fourth house. Let's focus on fourth house. If that is the first property you're buying, if you're going to buy an investment property, then we must look at fourth house and we must look at 11th house. 11th house is gains, right? So look at the lord of the fourth, look at the lord of the 11th. Now we're going to see whose dasha is running. House is also ruled by Saturn. Property is given by Saturn, right? Are you running Saturn dasha? Is Rahu on your fourth or is Rahu on your 11th house right now? Is the Antardasha also one of the planets which is sitting in the fourth or the 11th or Lord of fourth or 11th? You look at these very carefully, and finally, don't forget to look at dignity of these houses. If these houses are in positive dignity, there is Rahu, which is also either exalted, neutral, or own house sitting there. It's a very good time to buy a house. On the other
I
hand,
have no
if
planet. Yeah, I have no planet sitting in the fourth house or the 11th house, but my fourth house lord is actually running the Mahadasha, and the 11th house person is the running the Antardasha. So, is it favorable then?
what is the dignity of the fourth and the 11th lord? Because fourth through 11th is also 8 houses away, right? We almost never tell you. That's why I've used the word or. Fourth, 11th, Dasha, Antardasha might not be good. Who is your fourth lord? And who is the 11th lord?
Jupiter and Moon.
So Jupiter is fourth and Moon is 11th. Is that what I'm hearing?
Correct. Right.
For Moon, Jupiter happens to be just neutral, but for Jupiter, he's a friend. Dasha will be, and what is your fourth house? What sign is it?
Fourth house is Sagittarius.
So there is who's running on Sagittarius right now? Nobody.
Nobody.
We don't have anybody on Sagittarius, right? Rahu is sitting on Pisces at this time. Wait for Rahu to come at least a little out. Um, I would say don't buy yet because uh, I don't like the placement of Jupiter and Moon in the eighth. 8 houses away is not good. It's a short dasha. It will go away very fast. Don't do it. Don't do it yet.
Okay.
May not be the best for you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your call, listeners. If you are listening to us on Radio Zindagi, we are live on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia, and you also have the opportunity where you can call and connect with him right now. 510-770-1550 is the studio line number. We have another caller. Hello, hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, this is regarding my spouse with respect to the job. More of down and ups in his job and has been part of multiple layoffs. Here is his date of birth, 31 August 1978. Between 7:30 to 7:40 p.m. in India, a place called Nellore in Andhra Pradesh.
Just a little slower. It will help me. What was his date again? August 31st, 1978.
Correct.
Okay, and he's born in which state?
Andhra Pradesh, Nellore, Nellore.
And the time of birth?
Around 7:40 p.m.
So 1940. Okay. And what is your question regarding career? When will he get a job?
Correct. Uh, he has a job, but he is not satisfied. But like I mentioned, his career as such, more downs than ups. So wanted to know when is the right time to jump.
See, your husband is Sagittarius. At least, sorry, Pisces ascendant, right? He has Rahu Ketu sitting on his axis. Jupiter is
Correct.
exalted in this kundli. Jupiter is exalted and Jupiter runs career. In the Navam chart, Jupiter is in 12th house. I think that is what is making him not very happy with his work. See, give me 1 second. Your husband is born on Thursday, right?
Yeah,
The ruling
Thursday,
planet of Thursday,
7:40.
the ruling planet of Thursday is also Jupiter. He's well placed. So planet like Gulika and Mandi are not going to cause too much problem. Rahu Ketu are sitting in their own house, and at this time Ketu is on transit on Rahu, Rahu is on Ketu. Your question is when will he get a better job or when will he get satisfaction? Can you rephrase the question?
When will he get a better job?
So he's running Jupiter Rahu Dasha. Rahu has no aspect, no transit. I would say if he really, really wants, there is one opportunity till November. If he misses that, then the next opportunity to get a better job will come somewhere in February but close in March. After that, there is no opportunity for a job all the way down to December 2025. That is the only issue I see here.
Okay.
Moon Rahu Dasha in this Kundli, Moon is very lucky planet. But if you wait for Moon Jupiter, it might be better. Jupiter is exalted. He is, I would say, if your husband can do it, tell him to just stick in his job for another 1 year. Stick. It won't hurt him. It will only do better for him. Stick for a year because Jupiter in transit will go on the third house and he is going to stick for a year. Even if he moves right now, he won't get something that's going to make him very happy. No.
Okay.
This is when we always say कि दशा देखी है, planet placement देखे हैं, and our advice is just try getting a job now till November or try getting from February to March. But even those jobs are not going to make him very happy. The better job for him is really coming in December of 25. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Sure.
so much. We have another caller waiting. Hello,
Sure.
you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yeah, hi, my name is Rumid. So I have a question. So my birth date is June 19, 1986.
June 19th, 1986.
Yeah.
Place of birth, Chanasma, Gujarat. And time of birth is 8:48 in the morning.
58. Which city again?
It's
sorry?
Chanasma in Gujarat.
Yeah, I got it. Chanasma, Gujarat.
Mhm.
So you're also born Thursday. Okay. And what is your question?
So just have a question whether we should, so we have two choices, either to buy an investment property or upgrade our primary home. So which one we should go for?
Buy a new property or investment home?
Yeah, but basically upgrade our primary home or just buy another property. You already have a home.
When do you want to do that?
I mean, financially we can afford right now, but just want to understand if it's the right time or not.
You're running Mercury Venus Dasha. After that, you're going to run Mercury Sun Dasha. Mercury Sun is starting in 2026. You're also a Cancer ascendant. Um, you have no bad planets there. In the Navam's chart, Libra. Your chart is actually pretty good. Right now, Ketu is in transit on your third house. Ketu comes on top of your fourth house sometime towards, actually, where he will come on this fourth house later. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to think what is the best solution for you. In Mercury Venus Dasha, Venus is owning the house. Venus owns property, but Venus also owns investment property. That is where it is getting a little difficult for me to make that judgment call. If you buy this house, if you want, you can upgrade your house before February 2025. After February 2025, all the way till August 2025 is a better time for you to buy a second property.
Okay, got it. Okay,
So
cool.
if you want to, if you have spare money, first make your house better till Feb. If you don't do it till Feb, then just go buy a house after Feb. But do it before October. Dasha is better for you.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay.
So, listeners, you are tuned into the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show, where we are getting Dr. Saket Bhatia on air for you. And yahan live hai Dr. Bhatia. He has 25 years of experience in the field of astrology and numerology. And आप भी connect कर सकते हैं उनके साथ to get solutions for your life's problem, to get betterment in your life, success in your life. Do get in touch with him. And as he always says, that it's really crucial to get an idea what's coming your way so that you can use the good time to the fullest and you can prepare, brace yourself if the time is not correct. So, with that thought, definitely get well informed and be in touch with him by calling him directly 408 639 5300. That's Dr. Saket Bhatia's direct number where you can directly get in touch with him, schedule an appointment 408 639 5300, or you can log on to saketbhatia.com, the website where you'll get all the information about him. We have a couple of more callers. Can we take a call?
Yeah, then we'll probably talk a little.
Sure. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. Hi, Dr. Saket Bhatia. I have a question. My birth date is November 8, 1984.
Okay.
And the time is 9:36-ish a.m.
Okay. And where were you born?
Born in Mumbai.
Okay, it's from Mumbai. And what is your question?
So we are planning to move out of California sometime next year. My question is, shall we keep the house, the current house we have, or
You're actually fading out for me. I don't know, Vedika can hear you, but I missed. Can you start
Clearly.
again?
Yeah, can you?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay, so we are actually planning to move out of California sometime next year. So my question is, shall we keep the house that we have right now, or shall we sell it and then move?
Very interesting question. Your house is always run by the fourth house, and fourth house is operated by Jupiter here. On top of that, you have Rahu. Rahu Dasha is running. Antar Dasha is also Rahu. That Rahu Dasha is going to go on and it's going to end in 2026. And then Rahu Jupiter Dasha starts. So here is a very practical answer I'm going to give you. It's a beautiful time to sell your house now. Sell it now to your advantage. If you do not sell the house now, by 2026, its value would have actually fallen, but not significantly. It doesn't make sense, but that's what I'm seeing in your Kundli. Sell it. It's
Okay.
a very good time. Try selling it before March of next year. You will do really well. But it's also showing Rahu, Jupiter. So wherever you go, you're probably going to buy a house there also.
Okay. Okay, but sell it before March of next year, you said?
That's what the Dasha is in. See, Dasha is Rahu. But Rahu is in transit also on this house. So he's going to expand and Rahu is exalted in your Kundli. Go for it. And he's acting like Venus, which is very, very good. Sell this house before March, April of next year. You will make good amount of money on it. That's all I'm trying to say. Good time to sell.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
If you have more questions or would like to make an appointment with Dr. Saket Bhatia, you can call and connect with him directly, 408-639-5300. That's the direct number to contact Dr. Saket Bhatia. Or you can log on to the website saketbhatia.com for all the information. So are we going to continue with Dasha or the maturing of the planets? What's next?
Let's talk a little about Dasha. So Dasha, like Sun Dasha, it's always 7 years. Okay.
Mhm.
Moon Dasha is Sun Dasha follows is always उसके बाद Moon Dasha आती है. Moon Dasha 10 साल की चलती है. Then Mars Dasha will come. Mars Dasha is also going to be another 7 years. फिर राहु आते हैं, which is 18 years. Then Jupiter आएगा, which is good 16 years. Then Saturn will come, which will be 19 years. फिर Mercury आएगा, which is going to be 17 years. Then Ketu, which is 7 years, and Venus, which is the longest, 20 years. So total is 120. In astrology, the belief is human will not live more than 120 years, and nobody will go through all the dashas in their life. So I was born in Mercury Dasha. Mercury Dasha is the planet of speech, communication, intelligence, wit, and business. Yes, it gave me speech, it gave me intelligence, it gave me wit. But I cannot start a business when I'm only 4 years old, right?
Right.
उसके बाद हमारी केतु दशा आ गई. Ketu Dasha was in my sixth house, which caused, some accident in my life, life-threatening accident, and it also changed the way I perceive life. Then comes Venus Dasha for 20 years. So now 31 kh the Venus has come in. But remember, Mercury, although I had 4 years, the planet was not mature. Agar Mercury planet mature hota, I would be in a position to start my business at age 4. Then Ketu Dasha came. If Ketu was mature enough, I would become spiritual at age 11. And Venus Dasha Aiti, I would have lots of luxuries by age 30. So what went wrong? What went wrong is the planets were not mature.
Mature, yes.
Every planet needs time to mature in life. And जब maturity आती है, only then the planet is able to give you a result. So if a Dasha has come, but the planet is not mature, you won't get the result. On the other hand, if the planet is mature and Dasha comes, you will get wonderful results. First planet जो कुंडली में mature होता है is Jupiter at age 16.
Mm-hmm.
He brings a lot of wisdom into your life. At that age, you know, education-wise, what is it you want to do.
Right.
Now you can argue and say, कोई लोगों को नहीं पता. It is probably because Jupiter is not strong in the chart. Maturity and strong is two different things. Planet हर एक का 16 पे mature होता है Jupiter.
Hmm.
But how mature it is will depend on the dignity of the planet. If
So
Jupiter
not,
is very strong, yes.
yeah. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
If Jupiter is very strong in this kundli, then the maturity will be. Some people are more mature than others, right?
Right, right. No, I was saying that, so it's not just Dasha ka ana, it has to be when the planets get matured and then you get the Dasha, then it will be much more beneficial for you.
Or if yes, absolutely, the planet has matured and then the dasha comes, much better for you.
Hmm.
On the other hand, if अगर उल्टा हो जाए कि दशा आ जाए लेकिन planet mature नहीं है, it won't help you much.
Right.
So sun matures at 22, that's when you get more confidence in your life कि I have a sense of individuality, leadership capabilities होती हैं.
Right.
Moon 24 पे mature होता है, that's when you get more emotional. You say, I learn to adapt, I start having friends, I start exploring life. Venus at 25, जब mature होता है, you start appreciating relationships, love, and the finer things in life. You say, okay, घर important है, गाड़ी important है. Mars at 28, when it becomes stronger, then they take action towards their ambitions. At 31, 32, Mercury becomes mature. At that time, you can start your business. Your speech becomes even better. Intellect अच्छा हो जाता है. Look at so many people who have started businesses, successful ones. It's almost always after 32.
Right.
36 पे शनि mature होता है. That's when people start getting their house. Now, if your Saturn is very weak, you won't get it at 36. You'll get it a little after.
Later.
It brings responsibility, stability. 42 पे राहु mature होता है, which means significant changes in life, gains, unconventional things कर लेते हो life में. And finally, spirituality जागती है 48 पे, which is Ketu. That's when you say, this is the path I want to take in life. So every planet has its own time. You cannot change that. These are times for personal growth. And when we do predictions, we have to look at this. एक चीज रह गई थी दशा में, अंतरदशा colors the main dasha. There are so many rules of astrology. If the Antardasha planet is 8 houses away, it's generally not good. If the planets are not friends, generally not good. If the planets are in bad dignity, not good. On the other hand, if the planets are 4, 7, or 10 houses away, it's a very healthy dasha. If the
Okay.
planets are friends, it's even a better dasha. तो हमें देखना पड़ता है कि how दशा exactly कैसे रहेगी आपकी. Till what level can that dasha take you? During a dasha, the planet जो होता है, he gives you everything he represents, every house he represents, and he will take his natural characteristics and give it to you. So
Okay.
Scorpios के लिए Jupiter dasha will give you money, children, intelligence, wisdom. You have to pick and choose आपको क्या चाहिए.
Wow.
और अगर ट्रांजिट में उसके ऊपर जुपिटर जा रहा है, it's going to be wonderful for you.
Okay. Right. We have one more caller. Can we quickly take a call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yes.
Y-
Can I ask now or?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, please
Okay,
ask.
yeah. I have a question for my brother. His name is Vijay and his birth date is 1950, June 11. So he has a Alzheimer, dementia, Alzheimer. So he can recover.
What is his time of birth?
I don't know.
Okay. What is his place of birth?
India, Gujarat.
गुजरात. सिटी कौन सी है?
Hello?
गुजरात में which city?
Gujarat, it's like Chota Udaipur means, how can I explain it? Like a close to Baroda. You know?
बड़ौदा. लेकिन टाइम
Close
टाइम
to
नहीं
Baroda.
पता आपको.
It's Chota Udaipur. It's like.
आपको टाइम नहीं पता.
नहीं सॉरी, मुझे टाइम नहीं पता. वो मेरे से बड़े भैया है, पता नहीं हूँ कि लाइक हॉरोस्कोप भी मैं ढूंढ रही हूँ पर मुझे नहीं मिल रहा है. उसका प्रॉब्लम है ना अभी.
तो अगर देखिए, it is not possible to answer without having horoscope, because हम बता ही नहीं सकते आपको. हमें नहीं पता 1 बजे पैदा हुआ है कि 6 बजे, और उससे पूरी चार्ट चेंज हो जाती है. आई कैन रेकमेंड, वी कैन मेक योर चार्ट फॉर यू. अगर आप मिले हमें, वी कैन आस्क यू स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन. कहाँ रहते हैं, कितने बच्चे हैं, शादी कब हुई, पेरेंट्स अलाइव है, पास अवे, व्हाट इज द रिलेशन. वी विल बी
या
वेरी
पेरेंट्स
क्लोज. वी
नहीं
कैन.
है.
नहीं नहीं, आई नो, बट इसको बहुत टाइम जाता है, इसको आधा घंटा लग जाता है. विल कम अप विद इन, आई कैन सेफली से विद इन 30 minutes of his birth time हम बना लेंगे, and then we can answer your question. But without that, रेडियो पे नहीं होगा, because टाइम शॉर्ट पड़ता है ना.
ओके ओके, समझ गई मैं. ओके
हेल्थ के लिए
या
call us offline. You can always reach our office and call us. We can guide you and see how we can help. Okay.
ओके श्योर. या श्योर. या
So you can
Sure.
connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia by calling directly 408-639-5300. That's his office number. 408-639-5300.
639.
Yeah, 5300. Or you can look
Okay.
for the website saketbhatia.com for all the information.
ओके, थैंक यू सो मच.
Thank you.
So listeners,
Without-
it's just the people who have tuned in, let me remind them that the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show is what you're listening to right now on Radio Zindagi. And यहाँ पर Dr. Saket Bhatia is live with us as every Tuesday 4 to 5 p.m. he comes on air on Radio Zindagi. And आप उनके साथ connect कर सकते हैं. If you have any astrological or numerological question, directly call कीजिए. Office number है उनका 408-639-5300 और the website saketbhatia.com. जी.
We have 15 minutes. We can take 2, 3 more calls at the most if we do get. I'm pretty sure बीच में आए थे, but we started talking.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, we have one more call on hold. If we can take it right now.
Let's take it. Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
नमस्ते.
Yeah.
Namaste. How are you?
या गुड गुड गुड. मेरा क्वेश्चन मेरी बेटी के लिए था.
Okay.
उनकी बर्थ डेट है October 4th, 2002.
You said October 4th?
Yes.
October 4th, 2002. Okay.
Birth time is 7:24 p.m.
Okay.
Caribbean island of Saint Martin.
Caribbean Islands. ये ढूंढना थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है. Saint Martin. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And which Saint Martin में, which city is it?
Philipsburg. It's a small island. It's a small island, 37 miles island. It's Philipsburg.
Okay, I'm not actually able to find it. That's the problem. What
With
is the country
long
called?
distance-
Just Caribbean Islands?
Yeah, it's Saint Martin. Saint Martin. ST.MARTIN or MAARTEN.
Yeah, somehow software दिखाता नहीं कभी. Let me check. I have multiple softwares here. If you don't mind, give me one more second. Let's take it from there
Thank you.
again. This is, I want to make sure. And Saint Martin. So country का नाम ही Saint Martin है.
जी, आइलैंड का नाम ही सेंट मार्टिन है. Sometimes it's spelled ST dot or SINT sometimes.
I can see Saint Pierre. I can see Saint Lucia, Saint Vincent, but I don't
या
see
उसके
Saint
बाजू
Martin.
में है. बस उसके उसी एरिया में है.
Which
Thank you.
one? Saint Vincent?
No, Saint Martin. This is another island called Saint Martin. Same like Saint Vincent. It's Saint Martin. MARTIN or MAARTEN.
Okay. And what is your question then? And time of birth था? What is the time of birth?
7:24 p.m.
Okay. And question क्या है आपका?
वो अभी इसका मास्टर खत्म हो रहा है. How will be her job wise?
How will her job life be?
Yeah,
I want to make sure because ये जो Saint Martin है, I want to make sure I have it absolutely right. अगर wrong हुआ तो I will give you a wrong answer and something I don't want. Why don't you do this? I'm not able to pinpoint it still. Send me an email and I will reply to this offline. How's that? Just send me an email.
Okay.
कभी
Right.
कभी क्या होता है नहीं मिलता. We'll have to take latitude, longitude. Softwares are not. Sometimes they don't pull up the country. You know.
Okay. I'll send an
Okay.
email.
Let's
Thank you.
send me an email. It will be better for you. Because
Right.
अगर नहीं दिख रहा है तो गलत नहीं करना हमको. Right? Okay. Sorry about that, but we'll have to figure it out.
You
Thanks.
can write at info@saketbhatia.com. That's where you can email Dr. Bhatia. info@saketbhatia.com. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your
Send that
call.
email. You send that email. I will map it out, get the latitude, longitude, and then I'll answer your question. No issue at all.
Thank you.
So now we
Yeah.
will be talking about the transits.
Yes, if we get a call, we can take a call. Transits also we'll talk. So, दशा हम समझ गए, maturity समझ गए. Transit क्या होता है? You were born someplace in India. अब रहते हैं हम यहाँ हैं. Between the time we were born and today, the planets are constantly moving, right? So
Right.
what we do is we overlap today's placement of the chart on your current chart. So when I was born, Jupiter was on my 12th house. Sorry, on my 5th house. Today, Jupiter is sitting on my 2nd house. What that means is he is expanding something in business, relationship, family life. Rahu is sitting on my 12th house. So he is doing something in terms of expanding my gains and in spirituality, wellness, etc. So planets, when they come on top of other planets, they will sort of color them. They will either increase or decrease. Saturn जब ट्रांजिट में जाता है, he spends 12 months on one side. 2.5 years, I'm so sorry, on one side. जब जुपिटर जाता है, he spends about a year on one side. तो जब शनि एक घर के ऊपर जाएगा ट्रांजिट में, he will stress that house. So in transit, if he is sitting on your 10th house, believe me, for almost 2.5 years, you will have some sort of stress related to your work. If he is sitting on your 11th house, he will impact your gains, relations with older siblings, or your identity or reputation. Jupiter, on the other hand, जब जाता है किसी घर पे, he expands that house. He makes it easier, makes it better. इसलिए जब हम देखते हैं like an individual called, I want to sell my house. The first thing I said is let's look at the fourth house. क्योंकि वो प्रॉपर्टी का घर है. उसका लॉर्ड जो था, that happened to be Jupiter. लेकिन राहु राहु दशा चल रही है एंड राहु उसके ऊपर बैठा है. So the simple rule is when we look at a house, transits typically amount to about 33%. Dasha amounts to the remaining 66%.
Okay.
Of that 66%, 40% will be attributed to the Antardasha and about 20%, 26 will go to the main Dasha. So that's how you analyze a chart. 20 to the Dasha, 46% to Antardasha and remaining percent will go to the transit. उसके बेस पे पता चलता है what is better for you today. शादी करनी है, we must see Dasha of 7th Lord, Jupiter, Venus और planet in the 7th house और राहु. लेकिन अगर उस 7th house के ऊपर Jupiter है, राहु है, फिर तो अपने आप शादी दे देता है.
Right.
Correct?
We
So
have,
transits
yeah,
are, they complement your Dasha. Does that make sense?
yes, that does. So I was just saying that we have 10 more minutes in the show and we have a caller on hold. Can we quickly take one call first?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
हेलो
Hi.
हेलो डॉक्टर भाटिया मेरे बेटे के बारे में पूछना है. She is currently
Okay.
studying her senior year in India. So I just wanted to know if she's actually coming here for to study. She wants to, but I just wanted to check it astrologically.
Okay, what is her date of birth?
26th of May, 2007.
May 26, 2007.
Yep.
What is your daughter studying?
Walnut. The time of birth is 7:20 p.m. in Walnut Creek, California.
$7:20 p.m.
Is current. Yeah, 7:20 p.m. with daylight savings.
Yeah. So 1920. Again, this is for a female, May 26, 2007.
Correct.
7:20 p.m. Walnut Creek, California. Okay.
यहाँ
What
पर
is your
पढ़ने के लिए
question?
आएगी. I think she wants to come here, but I just wanted to see whether she's going to come to California or she's going to come here at all to the United States or not for studies.
So she's from here, right? But she went somewhere else.
Correct. Correct.
So wherever she's gone, where is she right now?
She's in India right now.
India?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to start, she's already running Rahu Saturn Dasha, right? Saturn
Correct.
in her Kundali is 9th house, delay in everything in life. Unfortunately, don't worry, I have that too. But Saturn is the planet which is sitting in the house of research and long-term travel, right? Rahu and Saturn are 6 houses representing a shift. That Saturn Dasha, she will leave and she will come. I think your daughter is 100% coming here.
Okay.
In transit
You know,
also, Rahu is going to go on Rahu. I think I don't see her coming now, but I definitely do see her coming sometime. She has a choice. She could come as early as next year, or she could come 3 years or 4 years after that. When does she want to come?
she wants to come next year.
Next year is great. She should be here next year, Rahu Saturn Dasha. It just makes total sense. It is representing a break in where she lives. Saturn is pulling her back to her house, and Rahu is sitting in her house, and Saturn is in the house of foreign international travel. She'll come back. I
Okay.
don't think she
Is
will be
there a
able to.
chance that she will be in California, Dr. Bhatia?
More than likely, she will be here in California.
Okay.
If she comes back after May of next year, she should be here in California, where her parents stay, where her house is. That's where she should be.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you
Great.
so much for your call. So we are left with just 6 more minutes in the show. Are we gonna talk about the remedies and solutions?
We can talk about that. We can take a call, whatever happens. Um, we can talk about remedies. We can talk about. So we understood maturation of planets. We also
Right.
understood transits and we understood Dasha.
Dasha, yes.
Yeah, people get confused because these are all interlapped, right? They're all connected with each other. We
Right.
want to make sure that you understand that astrology is a valid science. Unfortunately, the people practicing it are not qualified enough to do it on a day-to-day basis. हम बार बार एक ही चीज कहते हैं, डराने से तो कुछ फायदा है नहीं. I've had people come to meet me. I had some, I cannot name, but somebody came to meet me yesterday and she said, I am thinking of moving. And I said, yes, you are going to move, you're going to marry, you're going to have kid. And she said, but what work will I do? I said, you're going to start your own business. It's going to be in hospice, elderly care. She seemed a little surprised. And then she probably left with a little bit of confusion. We don't want to scare you. We want to tell you what is coming your way. You have to learn to be prepared. Everything cannot be good for you. Everything cannot be bad for you also. ये
Right.
good bad relative terms हैं. The reason I'm saying all this is because it boils down to remedies. Remedy क्या होती है? You go to a doctor, he does your blood work and he says cholesterol high है. And he'll say, heart is weak. He'll say you're obese. But at the same time, he'll still say you're alive, no?
Yeah.
So that is the positive thing that you're alive. Don't worry about all the genes and all that stuff. We, in astrology, there are remedies that tend to look at strong planets and bad planets. अगर दशा अच्छे planet की चल रही है, then we have to make sure that we boost that planet, and so it gives you more favorable results. Similarly, अगर दशा बुरे planet की चल रही है, then we make sure to mitigate that effect little bit, so it will not be as harmful. You've
Yes.
heard लोग सैटरडे के दिन शनि के मंदिर जाते हैं.
Right. तेल
Mustard oil.
चढ़ाते हैं. Yeah,
It's
mustard
not
oil.
one person who's doing it, two people. I actually went to Sunnyvale Hindu Temple. They have a Shani Mandir there, which is
Yeah.
only open on Saturday.
Saturdays, yes.
How many people do you think come on a Saturday there? Is it 5? Is it 10? Is it 50?
No, I think many. This is like a general notion, general remedy.
If I extrapolate the amount of hours I stood and the people I counted, it will cross 600-700 people
Wow.
on a Saturday that just come there to do this remedy. This is because Saturn is a difficult planet to deal with.
Yes.
So इसकी remedy करते हैं उसे weak करने के लिए. On the other hand, Jupiter is a good planet. We want to strengthen that planet. But हर एक की कुंडली में Jupiter is not a good planet. In some kundlis, Jupiter can represent bad health. He controls liver. If you drink too much, he will cause liver failure. So remedies are given on a case-by-case basis. Go to a good astrologer who can guide you. And in rare cases, we also do remedies of planets which are not the best in your chart to give you short-term results. If you come and tell me, हमें investment property खरीदनी है, बेचनी है, that is 11th house. So we make the 11th house Lord stronger. Typically, we don't do that in astrology. But for short term, we can do it so you get positive results. And then we can revert back and focus on getting your life back on track.
Right.
Remedies are to be given on case by case basis, on a dasha basis, on a planetary maturation basis. It is not a one stop shop. Go get a yellow sapphire. Go donate green flowers today. No, that's not how it works. It is very specific to your birth chart, to your special case, to your special needs, and must be done if there is need for it. हर एक
Right.
केस में जरूरत नहीं होती, but believe me, जितना आप करोगे आपके लिए बेटर रहता है ये. I think
Definitely.
we're almost out of time.
Yes, we are at the end of the show and would like to remind the listeners that if you are looking for solutions or if you want to know what is in store in future for you, connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia and definitely have a well-informed next step taken. 408-639-5300 is Dr. Bhatia's direct number. Do get in touch with him, schedule an appointment. And the website for the information you're looking for is saketbhatia.com. इस website से आपको contact information, office location, you'll get to know everything. So again, next Tuesday, we'll be back with the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show. Thank you so much, Dr. Bhatia, for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Have a good week ahead. To all the listeners, thank you, Vedika, again. We'll connect later. Bye.
Sure. Thank you so much. So listeners, don't forget to tune in next Tuesday, 4 to 5 p.m. Till then, sunte rahiye Radio Zindagi. Coming up next is Swati with Cruise Control.
You are listening to Radio Zindagi. KZDG 1550 AM.